Hey, what's up? Shasta Markman. I'm Dom. This is Nick right there. And this is going to be our media dump podcast. Basically, we're just going to talk about all the different forms of media we've experienced in the past month. So this is going to be the month of March. We're just talking about different media we've experienced. So I wrote down like 8 different forms of media that I'm kind of interested in, I guess.
We were supposed to write stuff down.
No, I just kind of did that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first topic right here.
Mm-hmm.
First topic, the thing that inspired this is going to be board games. Should play any board games this month?
No, but I have a board game I'm really trying to play, and I don't.
What is it?
It's the Adventure Zone board game, the Balance of Bureau. I talked about it before. I unwrapped it and started thumbing through it, and I was like, this is not something I can do in like 20 minutes, try to figure it out. Apparently, you can play it one player, which is very sad that you can play that game one player. It's based off a D&D podcast, but it was their best. Okay. It was the best season they had, so they made a board game out of it because people really loved it. It got so big they made a graphic novel out of the first like 5 or 6. No, I think they're on chapter like 5.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But it's a pretty good podcast, pretty good show. The guys are hilarious, and they decided to put out a game. And I somehow found out that I got a spare. So
you've also mentioned this multiple times, and you haven't brought it over
like
yet?
2 or 3. Yeah. Well, I've had it at work, and I just brought it home the other day.
Okay.
So if we play like next week, we can throw it on next month's show.
Yeah. So I also haven't played any board games this month. I really want to. The problem is it's hard to get consistent board game plays. Takes time. And then like I try and do that with you, but you're like busy building shit all the goddamn time. And then I have to find times where like
2 days this month. 2 days.
Well, I haven't tried this month. I've been busy with other personal.
Oh, that's my fault
stuff.
now?
No, I'm just saying in the past. Like so this oh my fucking God. I literally texted her, I'm busy.
Who is it? The woman?
Yeah.
You can have her come in and say hi while I eat this pizza.
I'm hanging up. Shut up. I'm busy. Eat this pizza. Okay, so I actually written down. Mm-hmm. So I got quite a few board games. I got like over 50, probably up to 60 board games. Mm-hmm. And I want to play them all the time, but it's just hard to get them played and to consistently have like game nights with people. Mm-hmm. I actually have written down this entire year, I own 50, 60 board games. The whole year, mm-hmm. I've only played, so we played 3 different exit games, which are like, which I told you about this, which are escape room board games. So those 3 escape room board games, mm-hmm. and then there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 21. So I've only played 21 board games in 3 months, which I guess
not the worst.
That's
pretty good.
I guess that's
pretty good.
The worst.
I was like, that's
it's you got to kind of count. Well, if they're like party games, mm-hmm. they count, but they kind of like they're like different. A lower level just because they're also different. Like way quicker. So in the past month, literally 0 this whole month.
Yeah.
But one that I guess we could talk about that we played right before this month, at the end of last month, which we could talk about, is mm-hmm. is we played those 2 games of Villainous.
Yeah. Which honestly, pretty fun. I'm excited for the new expansion.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We want all the expansions. The problem is just like we feel like we don't play it enough to justify getting all those expansions, even though technically we've played Villainous overall probably over 50 times.
Yeah.
But the thing is a lot of that is playing the same character like 10 times until you get a win with them. So it's like really like Skyla, she really picks a character and she's like, I'm going to get a win with this fucking character, right?
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, it works because then you really learn the character.
Yeah, it does work, but
you just need a lot.
But then she like hasn't played a lot of the new ones because she played Cruella de Vil for 6 months and finally won with her.
Mhm.
So then I experienced 10 characters, maybe not 10, okay, I experienced like 5 characters in that time, and she was just on the one. And also we were doing a lot of 4 people, and 4 people just take so long with villains. I kind of
Well,
only
that's
want to
also
play
the thing.
3.
That's also the thing with Villainous is the more expansion packs you get, the more people you want to play with, but the longer the game takes. You know, if you have
Yeah,
the 3 expansions, 4 expansions that are available,
4 expansions.
and then is that including the base game?
No, not including the basic. So there's
Yeah, so you have upwards of 20 characters at this point.
There's 18 characters.
Okay, and then they're adding 3, 4 new ones.
3 more, and then they're also
So-
so they have a Marvel Villainous, which is also
Mhm.
getting another expansion soon,
Mhm.
and then they're making a new on its own Villainous, Star Wars Villainous.
That could be fun. That could be fun.
That could be great. I think Vader's in the first. I hope he should be.
But who could it be?
But yeah, so I'm wondering like how many can they do with that? They're gonna have a Vader,
All the villains?
Boba Fett,
Moff Gideon, Dooku, Sidious.
Duke. Oh yeah. And I bet there's multiple, and they could do Snoke or whatever. They could do maybe Kylo Ren, maybe.
Yeah, they could do pretty much anybody.
Yeah. But I'm glad because I didn't like realize that you had to play that much Villainous, but I'm glad you played it, which I do.
I mean, it's a fun
I do
game,
like
but it is
it.
definitely a
It
time
just-
sink.
in
You do
the
have to
right-
commit.
In the right circumstance, it's fantastic, like top 10.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you get some bad games that just
Yeah, they
drag
slog.
on. Me and Flynn and Skyla played, and it was like, I'm busy. In here? Why?
He wants to. He's sitting at your door.
Okay.
I think he's gonna do
Say
it.
hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You gave him time to eat pizza, so that's good.
Yeah, celebrate him.
He does? I know. Ow. I know I said the same. What was it?
We'll cut that out.
Yeah. What happened?
What?
I don't know what I was saying. I got interrupted. Well, we should move on to go away, please. I'll go.
Blooper
Okay.
track, please.
Okay, so
blooper
we
track.
should. Okay, so we should move on to so every one of them is gonna have a one half and a 2 half. So second half. So what? Okay, so what board game are you trying to get played in April? Is it that game you mentioned? That's like your board game plan.
Honestly, yeah, because it's one of those games I put money into and hyped up because I was part of the Kickstarter,
Mm-hmm.
and I waited for I think like 2 years, and then COVID and all
2
that.
years?
I was part of the Kickstarter, and then COVID basically like, oh, all the board games are in the ships, and we can't ship them
Yep.
out, so there's
Yep.
just a supply chain
Unless you're Disney.
issue. Yeah, and
Give us Villainous.
pretty much, and I basically was just getting updates, like every 6 months. They're like, well, we still can't send it out, so and then it
that's
finally
happened.
shows up.
That's how with my Stargate RPG. It took it's supposed to
Yeah,
it was
I
like a
bet.
year late. Just on they were like they sent out a message. They were like, it's on a ship in China and it's not coming for months. So just deal with it.
Yeah. I don't want it to be a letdown is the problem, because I think I hyped it up in my
Scared
head.
to play it so it doesn't let
Kinda,
me
yeah.
down.
Yeah. Like I have this
there's-
like
yeah,
mental
it happens.
image like how the game's supposed to play, and I don't know how I feel about it if it's not going to be that.
You haven't watched any
So-
videos on it or nothing?
No, I want it to be a complete surprise. Like I want the first game to be an utter failure trying to figure out the rules. And it's more like that second playthrough, depending on how the rules go, is if we have a second playthrough, but I don't know. I just don't want it to, be a
Yep.
failure.
Okay,
I hear
so
it's pretty good.
okay, so let's try and play that this month. I really want to play gotta play Terraforming Mars again. So we got
That
it.
game's actually pretty fun.
Played it like 2 days in a row, and then a week later played with you, and then we haven't played it since. We'll probably end up getting one exit game.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if Skylar's okay with it, uh, to try and maybe have some people over from my work because I'm gonna yeah, and play maybe some party games. So I kind of want to do that. So we'll see if
Yeah.
that happens.
Now I know they're not board games, but I hear Jackbox games are great, and they have 9 Jackbox packs out.
Well, you played some of that with me at the apartment, right?
No. I think the
Oh,
only Jackbox
you never wanted
games.
to play. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of them. I hear they're great. I like watching, but I'm not a fan of playing it.
they're fun.
I mean, every time I've played, like just been in the room, I'm good at the game, but as soon as I'm part of it, I'm so bad.
Forgot to go in full screen the whole time.
Oh no.
Okay, so move on to next topic is gonna be movies. Okay, so
movies.
how many movies did you watch this month? Did you write them down?
I didn't. I didn't write anything down.
I told you to write them down.
I didn't think about it. I didn't write anything down. I saw Batman.
Okay,
was great.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wrote everything down about 10 minutes ago. I went through my Netflix to see what I watched. Oh, I just remembered another one.
I rewatched Dune. That's a great movie. I had it stuck in my head for like 2
Is it a
weeks.
great movie or like a pretty good movie?
I honestly, so I saw it with D-Box seats, which are the ones that shake and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that artificially inflated like how I felt about the movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I tried watching it on my phone and I was like, they're definitely right. Don't watch that movie on your phone. You have to watch it at least on a semi-decent TV.
I did like Dune. I thought it was
Huh.
pretty good. I don't know about, I wouldn't say really good or great, but I thought it was pretty good.
I wouldn't say it's like an Avatar killer or anything,
It was
but
kind
it's close.
I mean, it was like slow and loud. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And also, I kind of, spoiler for Dune, I kind of don't like movies where like everybody dies. And like that was like,
well, that's the story.
I know, but I kind of don't like all the people. Will you lay down? Lay down. Like all the people died. You know what I mean? Like when they bombed that and like everybody died, I was like, okay. I mean, I get it.
Not
but,
everybody,
like,
but yeah.
I get it, but like, I was kind of like, it's too much. To me, it was a little bit. It was too much. It was like
they make you invest just to pull the
It was
rug
like
out from
Independence Day
you,
Resurgence, right? Too much. You went too far. Okay.
Too far. Yeah.
Way
Reel
too
it
far.
in. Reel it in.
Like it was like, oh, it's the size of Asia or whatever. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Too much. So that's it for Dune. Maybe to me, that's kind of how I felt. I was like, okay, it's too much. Like it was good. I liked it. I liked the story, but to me, it was a little bit too much.
After rewatching it, seeing it in theaters, like story wise, it's pretty good. I never read the books or anything, but it's got a beginning, middle, and end. So I mean, how hard could that be? Everything else about that movie is what does it. It's like all those X factors, like sound, the visuals.
Guess what?
Everything.
Guess what this bitch just told me?
What?
Like, I have a confession to make.
Oh my god.
My celebrity crush
is it
Timothy Chalamet. Oh my god, he's so cute. I was like, Skylar,
yo,
what the fuck off?
He's a good looking guy though. Like, who would you rather have her say?
I guess like,
I mean,
I might be able to take him in a fight. Okay.
You know why you think that?
I'm not going to be able
you're
to
the same body style. There you go.
I mean,
so it's
more
just the
in shape
face.
than me, but
it's just the
give
face.
me a couple months, I could probably like if she was like
in a
his
coma.
If she was like Jason Momoa, I'd be like, well, I mean, what can I do? I mean,
yeah.
With him, like I'm like, we're kind of like
yeah, of
similar-ish.
course.
Well, me and Timothy Chalamet are more similar than me and Jason Momoa. I mean, that's a fact. So
yeah.
Okay, so you think you only watched like 2 movies this month?
Like in theaters, only 2 movies. I was poor
how
this
about
month.
at home?
I'm trying to think if I saw anything new.
Okay,
wait.
Let's
rewatch.
Go back. Yeah, let's go back to the Batman. How would you rate it out of 10?
I like it more than Dark Knight, honestly. Like, it's because it's
I'm looking around for like the cameras for like more than
I don't
the Dark Knight.
like Heath Ledger's Joker is a phenomenal Joker. Yes. Without him, that movie is incredibly mediocre.
Well, yeah, without one of the two main characters, yeah, the movie's probably shit.
No.
You can say about any movie.
I mean, I don't mean like take the Joker completely out. I mean specifically Heath Ledger. Like putting somebody else in there
Yeah,
doesn't make that movie.
Great performances make a movie better. That's how it works.
It's
You
more
can't
than
just say
just
take out. I don't like this argument. I saw this argument on TikTok.
No.
You can't just take out one of the biggest things of the movie and be like, well, without that big giant part of the movie, it's not good. What do you mean?
The thing is, it's like it's a Batman movie. Batman's only as good as his villains. I think the villains in the newest Batman are better than Heath Ledger, because yeah, he's the Joker, so he doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but he makes it such a point that he's just an agent of chaos and doesn't like he's not planning or scheming anything. And the whole movie, he's planning and scheming shit. Like he's a hypocrite, but he's also a bad guy, so of course he's a hypocrite. So like I don't know, it builds your expectations and you want Batman to win because obviously.
I guess I gotta watch it.
But it's like he's telling Batman all of these things and obviously he's lying to him. But he has to believe it, because he's not a schemer. Like,
Okay, so Batman, out of 10, how do you rate it?
Out of 10, I give it like a solid 8.5. It's pretty good. Has the best Batmobile I've ever seen.
That's
what
I keep hearing.
I love that car.
I gotta
that
watch
car's
it.
great.
Dude, I'm like,
it's probably the least comic book accurate, but it is the best. It's the best Batmobile, like by far.
So
best Batmobile.
I don't think I got necessarily burnt out, but after Endgame, I haven't watched a single superhero movie.
That makes sense.
And I don't really know why. I mean, okay, so really is because I think the biggest part was because I watched like every Marvel movie with my dad.
Mhm.
And because of COVID, we didn't come over, hang out with him. So now that we're here, I could like I want to do that.
Sit down and
I
watch
want to do
them
it. I
with
just
them.
haven't done that. We haven't like sat down and watched a movie.
Well, also, how many Marvel
It's
movies have
been-
come out since Endgame?
Well, like 3, right?
I can't use my phone, so you'd have to Google it or
Oh,
something.
like 3, right? There's Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals. Is there another one?
I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
Because COVID.
Because Morbius just
Spider-Man.
came out. Oh, how did I forget Spider-Man?
I haven't seen any of those, which I really
Yeah.
want to see all of those. And
Came
I
out
just
on my birthday.
it's because I
Great
don't know.
movie.
Okay.
No, I think honestly, it makes sense trying to like give it some space because Endgame was a lot to process, and these movies coming in, they have a lot of like detail for where they're going, but they can wait. It's not something that you need to watch right now, so it makes sense.
Like
as
I
long as you
needed to watch
them.
Endgame
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it came out. I needed to watch that when it came out.
yeah. Like if Shang-Chi gets spoiled, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
if
I haven't
Endgame
really
got
heard-
spoiled,
Really hardly any spoilers.
oh, you want me to tell you the end?
Not really, but
So there's this giant thing. I'm just kidding.
okay. So you can't think of any more movie stuff.
Movies probably not. No,
You watch a
I've
lot
been
of
trying
movies?
to find. I try to. I sit here and play Pokemon and watch movies. I've been trying to find this Mark Ruffalo movie. I think it's called Dark Water or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep seeing ads for it, and it says it's now streaming on Netflix. Every time I look, it's not on Netflix, and it's driving me nuts.
Dark Water.
It's him and I think Anne Hathaway.
Dark Waters.
It's about. Is it Dark Waters? It's about the DuPont lawsuit. It
Yeah.
sounds super cheesy.
That's from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it sounds like
thought you were talking about a
such
new
a
movie.
dumb premise, but it's something I want to watch.
Streaming. Yep, nowhere. You gotta buy it.
I don't know. I kind of like Mark Ruffalo now, to be honest.
He was pretty great in 13 going on 30.
I hate you. As well as that movie. That movie's garbage.
Okay,
That
so
movie sucks.
how dare you, first of all? Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
trash.
look through the movies that I watched. So I kind of try to watch a lot of movies.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know this. So I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new
There you go,
movies.
counting the moon.
10 new
Oh.
movies, and then I rewatched 5 movies. So I'm gonna go through the movies I rewatched that I've already seen, and I think you've seen all of these. I'm gonna guess you've seen all of these.
Probably.
Okay, so I rewatched Battleship. You haven't seen Battleship?
No, I have. I was shaking my head.
Dude, it's actually pretty good.
Battleship sucks so
It's
much.
actually a pretty good movie. Dude. Rewatch it.
No, it is pretty good.
It's actually pretty, dude, I was
I saw it
watching
in theaters.
I was watching it and I was like, this is actually good. I was like, this is good. It's a good movie. And I was like, this is crazy. I remembered it being like, all right, but I rewatched it and I was like, this is very enjoyable.
It left me kind of wanting for something else or something more.
I honestly wanted a sequel, which sounds weird.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like I saw it and I was like, what are they gonna do next? Like Candyland? And
they're going through them. They've done a bunch of them, right?
I honestly was like, I kept seeing memes about like the next, board game movies, like Shoots and Ladders, and it's a horror movie. I was like, that'd be great.
They've done some other ones, but I can't remember. So honestly, Battleship,
they haven't.
I give that an 8 out of 10. I thought it was actually good.
You give that an 8 out of 10.
I thought it was good, legitimately good, which is crazy. Okay.
Okay.
I watched, rewatched Terminator Salvation.
Is that the one with
4th one.
That
with
doesn't
Mason,
help me at all.
With Mason. And
yeah, so it is the one
Bale.
with Christian Bale. Yeah. That's the only one I haven't seen.
You haven't seen that one?
I haven't seen that
I think that's my favorite Terminator.
I hear it's good. I just haven't
think
seen
that's
it.
my favorite, which sounds weird, but I think that's my favorite Terminator.
I think I watched the 3rd one and it rubbed me the wrong way.
You watched the newest one?
I started, but I didn't finish.
The actress's name is. You didn't finish it?
I know it's great.
You saw it in theaters.
Great.
I don't know about great. Okay, so spoiler for that movie. Whatever it was called.
Hey, why do you get to spoil stuff I haven't seen, but I can't spoil stuff you haven't seen?
No, but you've seen it.
I've seen
tells you
the
like half an hour into the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
No,
haven't
I'm talking
seen
about, right? The twist, or not the twist, but
how it's spoilers. How it's not Skynet,
no, how
or
freaking
how they failed and he still died.
yeah, and how John Carter, John, what was his name?
Connor.
There we go. John Connor dies.
Mhm.
So then it's like, then that rubbed me the wrong way, because that basically, like, why Terminator 2, which is considered to be like one of the best movies ever, right? And like the movie that ushered in
a boatload of cash
great,
and like the
amazing,
scientific
like movie,
the
and it like
genre
really pushed forward movies in general. And then they're like, so basically that movie is useless because it's pointless. Like he kills him and then he comes back and dies anyway. So then what's the point? There's no point in watching that movie.
Yeah, it's like everything. So obviously, like, how the first one turns out and the second one turns out. The 3rd one's apparently like a split reality or whatever.
I thought the 3rd one was fine. People hate it, but I think it's fine.
I thought it was fine, but when I watched it, I was like
a 7.
hypercritical.
Yeah, I think it's because 2 was so good, and then 3 was like just okay. So everybody was like, "It's shit," even though it's like it's all right.
Yeah, it's a good popcorn movie. Just put something on and just munch popcorn. I think it had the same thing, the same problem.
This dog just farted.
Oh, great! I think it had the same problem Jurassic Park had, where Jurassic Park put out such a good movie. Anything after it, it's gonna take a hit, but it could still be good.
That's why 3 is a good movie. That's a good movie.
Honestly, it was my favorite Jurassic Park for a while, just because it's a big new dinosaur.
Okay. It's the one I've seen the most.
Same.
It was on like FX. It was on like FX a shitload.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Speaking of another movie that was so Terminator Salvation, probably 8.5. I give it. I think it's my favorite Terminator. Another movie that was always on what?
You just said it's your favorite Terminator?
Yeah. I think it is.
Over the second movie?
The problem is I haven't seen the second movie in like 15 years. And also, but I didn't say best. I think that's my favorite. There's a difference. A big difference. Speaking of another movie that was always on FX, movie I rewatched was Shooter. You've seen Shooter, right?
Great movie.
That's a great, so fucking good, dude.
Donnie Wahlberg
Marky
is
Mark.
phenomenal.
That's fantastic. I give that a freaking like a 9, probably. Maybe a 9.5. I think it's a fantastic movie. It's probably one of my favorites.
That joke was so much funnier in my head.
I rewatched Gattaca. Have you seen Gattaca?
That's a good movie.
That's a great
Gattaca is
movie.
honestly,
I give that a 9. That's a great
it's surprising how good that, like, a lot of people underestimate how good that movie is. I think it's because you go into it not expecting anything. So
movie. I watched A Walk Among the Tombstones. You know what that movie is?
I have heard of it, but I've never watched it.
It's it's on Netflix. You should watch it. You would like.
It sounds sad. I don't know.
You would love it. It's kind of sad. Some torture in it.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely watching it now. I'm
But
gonna cue it up.
I think that might be my favorite Liam Neeson movie.
It's got Liam Neeson's.
He's the main character.
Liam Neeson's is the
And
main
it's
character.
when it's that good spot when he was old, like around Taken, when he was older but could still do action. Like if he does it like now, like the last few movies that he's done, he's like a little bit too old. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that was like he was old enough to still be badass and shit, right?
Never mind. I'm thinking of a different movie.
Think of a different movie. Okay, well you should watch that one. You should put that. Put that
I
one in
definitely
your mind.
will. I definitely will.
It's very
I'll
good.
write it down or something.
I saw. I watched in theaters. We watched one movie. I saw Uncharted.
I saw Uncharted, but I saw it when it came out last month.
I saw it.
Did it come out last month?
It came out. I think it came out in February. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I watched it.
I thought it was all right.
I
I
like
really
what
wanted
they
Elena
did.
to show up, but she didn't. They're
Yeah.
like, it's a prequel. What? Shut up. Whatever. You can show Elena.
Yeah,
Post-credit sequence, you can show Elena. Shut the fuck up. I hate when they do that. They're like,
Yep.
she's not gonna be in it because it's a prequel. And also they changed it. They can't claim it's a prequel when they change the story. Where like how he met Sully, like that's totally different from the video games.
Yeah.
You can't just say
Yeah.
it's a prequel to the video games, but change the entire story of game
Yeah,
3
'cause-
and 4. Like what? That's stupid. Doesn't make any sense.
He met him in like Peru or something, didn't he?
He met him when
When
he
he
was
was
like
a kid?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
can't-
young.
I just think you can't. That pissed me off. You can't.
Tom Holland is pretty
I was pretty.
pretty, you know.
7.7,
young.
maybe a 7 because it was kind of too much. But I mean,
I go in with the bar really low when it comes to video game movies. I have to
oh yeah.
because they haven't really gotten it right.
You're right.
But it's pretty good. Honestly, I would still recommend it to people.
I mean,
you
I say
know.
what? I mean, it was enjoyable.
I recommend it to people who haven't played the game. That's it. Because if they
Yeah.
play the game, it's like they're just going to be upset about it.
I still enjoyed it, but it was kind of like, nah. But
Yeah.
7. I give it a 7.
No, it makes sense. 7's good.
Okay, I watched. Okay, I gotta go through these quickly because there's a bunch of random action.
Yeah, you do. Hurry
It's
up.
taking way too long.
Yeah.
I guess we don't
I
have.
ain't got
to
all
go through.
I ain't got all night. What are you
I watched
doing?
Stand by Me.
Ugh, so bad.
You don't like that movie?
Oh, I was thinking Stand and Deliver. Never mind.
Stand by Me, dude.
Totally different movie. Never mind.
That's a great. Stand by
Yeah.
Me. That's a
Stand
great
by Me is
movie.
phenomenal. It's a great movie.
Little aged, I think, but it was still good.
True.
Me and
Little.
Skyla watched that together. She thought it was fantastic. I thought it was pretty
It's
good.
a-
I
yeah.
give it a
Oh, that's solid 9. Solid 9.
yeah. Probably I'll give it a 9 because it was real.
Yeah.
Like
Will Wheaton. Whew, nails it.
who?
Will Wheaton.
I watched,
Will Wheaton.
Okay, movies you might have seen. I watched Naked. That was a movie with
And
it was
Afraid.
it was interesting. No, it was interesting. It was what's his name?
Timothy Chalamet.
The guy.
What's he in? I'll help you.
Marlon Wayans.
I wouldn't have guessed
It
that.
was Marlon Wayans, and then it was a time loop movie. He wakes up naked in an elevator, and he has an hour to get to his wedding across town.
Okay. Not
And
what I thought it was going to be.
It was
but great.
actually pretty good, but the middle dragged on too much. Like you can't
Yeah.
do too much of that time stuff. It was like, okay, come on.
Is it like Hangover or is it like
Yeah, and he doesn't
like-
remember
like-
what happened last night. Yeah,
okay?
but he's got to
Okay.
get across town to his wedding, and it was only an hour and a half, but it felt like 20 minutes too long for the story it told.
They should have just kept it at an hour.
Yeah, maybe if the story was written a little bit differently, then that's a good length. But an hour and a half was 20 minutes too long for the story it told. So maybe
Yeah.
not worth it, but I love time loop movies. This is probably my favorite movie, so I give that a 7.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
A 7. I watched Gunpowder Milkshake. Have you seen the trailer for that one? Have you seen that one? It's got Karen Gillan, who is the red-haired chick from Jumanji,
Oh,
and Nebula.
I think I saw the I keep forgetting she's Nebula.
Yeah,
I saw the trailer, but I never got around to watching it. It's on my watch later list.
it was
but
pretty good. It
it's
was
just
yeah, it's
fallen
been on my
back.
watch list for a long time. It was pretty good. I think Karen Gillan's one of my favorite actresses. She's up there.
She's
She might
pretty
be like
good.
top 3. She's like I like
She's
her a lot.
pretty
She's one
good.
of my favorites. That was pretty good. I'd give it a 7.5. I watched a movie called Spring Breakers. It's got Selena Gomez, Vanessa Hudgens, and they're like hot chicks. It was weird as
course.
shit. And had James Franco as like this bad guy drug dealer who had like
So James Franco?
Yeah. And that was fucking weird. Do not recommend that one. Like a 5. It was fucking weird as shit. And they're not
You
even
give
that.
a
They don't
movie
even do
you
that.
don't recommend a 5?
They're not even that.
Jesus.
They don't even do that. Okay, 4. And they're not even that hot. Like I was expecting like more. I don't know hotness. I don't know. There's a movie called After Darkness. It's got the Nancy from Stranger Things. And it's weird. It just came out not that long ago, and it was about like the sun went out, and then it's a family living in a house, and the sun's out. And there's no more sun.
Oh, I was trying to remember who Nancy was.
And it was like weird. And she played like she's like 27 now. She's playing like a 14-year-old or something in the movie. And I was like,
What'd you say the other movie was? Among the Tombstones?
A Walk Among the Tombstones. It's you should watch it. It's fantastic. There's a movie called In the Line of Fire that has Clint Eastwood from the 90s, and he's like stopping an assassination plot on the president. And that was really good. And there's a guy like stalking him, and that was really good. Clint Eastwood's pretty great. Oh, there's a movie called
Is that like Bodyguard? Or
I
Vantage Point?
I guess, yeah. He's kind of old in it, and they're all the secret. He's a Secret Service agent. Oh, and he failed to stop Kennedy, and that like haunts him that he failed to stop Kennedy's assassination. So then there's like a new guy who's like, I think it's Kevin Spacey, which is kind of weird watching movie Kevin Spacey, but
Yeah. Was there any kids?
I don't think so. I watched a movie called I'm almost done. I also watched this movie called Under Suspicion. It had Gene Hackman, who's great, and Morgan Freeman, who's also great. And it's like Morgan Freeman suspects Gene Hackman of murdering these 2 little girls. And I wouldn't actually, if you're gonna write that one down, I actually wouldn't recommend that one. It seemed great, but it was kind of weird. And it was like an interrogation movie. The whole movie was interrogation. It took place in like one set.
That's so good.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you can make that work.
Yeah, but I wouldn't really recommend that one. It was all right though.
I mean, I'll still watch it just to kind of like get an idea.
Go for it. I watched Hudson Hawk that had Bruce Willis.
Oh.
And that was weird.
Career.
It was like slapstick comedy where it was like
you heard he
would get hit on the head,
right?
and he like get hit on the head, and he's like, oh, like Three Stooges comedy, and it was weird as shit because Bruce Willis in the 90s and 80s, like he did those action movies, but he also did a bunch of like comedies like that, like weird dumb comedy.
Yeah.
And he also wrote this movie Hudson Hawk, and that was it was really weird. As knowing him now just as an action movie star, it's really weird seeing him do Three Stooges comedy. That was fucking weird. So I don't know if I would recommend that one either. And the last movie I watched was called Silverado.
Was it about a horse?
No, it was about it was from the 80s, and it was about just cowboys going and they're like going on a revenge mission. That was pretty good, but it's got Kevin Spacey. Not Kevin Spacey, yeah. Kevin Costner, Kevin Kline, Danny Glover, and Edna Mode is in that movie too. That was pretty good. I think I would recommend that movie, but I don't know what I would rate it. So are there any movies you're trying to watch next month? I can't think of. Oh, there's one movie it just went on Netflix. It was Murder on the Orient Express, the movie that came out like 2 months ago.
I watched
Gal Gadot in it?
No,
You
that's
watched
Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile. There we go. Okay, they're the
I
same.
watched-
They're the same. They're not the same. One's a sequel to the other one. I can't remember. I think
Well,
the
they're
Orient
just in it. They're
no, the Orient
in a
Express, I think, is a
series.
direct sequel to Death on the Nile. I think, right? I think so.
It's a series.
No, I know it's a series, but I think those
So,
two specific.
They're
I'm
part
pretty
of the
sure
same series.
those.
Yes.
I know it's a series of a bunch of books, but I'm pretty sure those two in specific are directly connected. I think, or I'm
They're all-
full of shit.
No, it's just got what's his name?
Perot.
Pirro. Yeah,
Okay.
it's his story.
I know what it is.
So I don't think anything in Murder on the Orient Express
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe
ties to
you're
it.
probably right.
I think it's
Okay.
just him.
Okay. You're probably
But
right.
I haven't seen it, so who knows?
I
Could be-
watched
I could
it
be lying.
in English class in high school, but I don't remember it. But
It
we're
was
gonna
out
watch.
then.
But Skyla said she was interested, so we're gonna watch that at some point.
I wanted to watch it when it came out, but I never got around to it. It looks
on
great. I
Netflix.
love his stories.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it.
I'm
Okay.
probably gonna after
Pick-
this.
Pick one movie.
Morbius. It came
Morbius?
out
I kinda
yesterday.
I want to watch that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to go see it
At
tomorrow.
home though. I'm not gonna go to the theater.
Nah, we can go to Plaudio.
You can pay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'll pay. I don't give a shit. It's like $10.
I'll go. I'll go if you want to go see more.
You want to go tomorrow?
Yeah.
I can't go tomorrow. I got stuff to do tomorrow.
Okay.
But we
So-
can plan for something. I'll take you.
Okay. So now, next segment. After like an
Video
hour.
games. Yeah.
Uh,
After how long have we been doing this? It doesn't say.
Okay. Oh yeah, video games should probably be 2. Okay, next time video games is gonna be 2.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, we'll trim some of this.
what TV shows you watching?
I almost don't want to say, man.
Okay, I'll go first then. The only thing I've been watching at all is Star Wars, the Clone Wars.
I really don't want to watch it. I mean, we talked
Uh,
about it before. But
The
I
problem
really...
with that is I just want to get to the end because I know the last like 3 or 4 episodes take place during episode 3,
Mhm.
and I know that. So I just want to get to that. So I don't care about all the movie stuff. So I like kind of binged it the first like 4 seasons like pretty quickly, and then I haven't watched any in 2 weeks. But I want to get back to it,
That's great.
and I think it's just because I just want to get to the ending. You know, because I know I just want to
Yeah.
watch those final episodes, which I guess technically I could just skip, but I'm not going to do that. So that's the only thing
Yeah.
I watched on TV.
I picked up The Mandalorian again, and I think I gotten like 4 episodes in. It's pretty good. I like the direction they're taking things. I'm just before he's supposed to meet the Jedi. But I've been stuck because I have to watch it with Jess. So I've been stuck rewatching animes, and
Mhm.
it has been rough
What do you watch?
trying to find something to watch. I've been watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah.
That show's actually
Good?
really good. I love it.
Okay.
I'm not
Put it
gonna
on the
lie,
list.
it's my 3rd time watching it. It's
Like that,
so good.
like that random show you were like Kenichi or something like that, right?
Yo, that show's good
You were like,
too.
"This is my shit." I'm like,
Fight
"What are you?
me.
What is this
Fight
show?" I never
me.
even heard of that until
It's
you mentioned it
great.
years ago.
Oh, the Kenichi's so good. The Mightiest Disciple Kenichi is so
I need
good.
to decide what I'm doing. My problem with
love
my problem with Star Wars, maybe I'm getting maybe getting burnt out on Star Wars,
Mhm.
but I gotta watch the Obi-Wan.
Maybe you're getting burnt out on Disney.
Yeah.
Because
So my
cut
problem
out
with
the
Star
Marvel.
Wars is because to me it's kind of becoming like comic book like,
Yeah.
where nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. Everybody's just gonna be brought back over and over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just keep
Like
rehashing the
Darth
same
Maul was dead.
characters.
Now he's brought back. Then they're like Obi-Wan was on this
Dead.
island. Obi-Wan was on Tatooine for 18 years. No, he actually left for a little bit. And then they're like, who else was dead? Boba Fett or whatever. They just keep bringing it back.
Yeah.
And then like there's rumors they're gonna bring back Mace Windu, which I bet they will at some point. I bet they will, but it's like he's supposed to be dead. Like you can't just keep bringing back these characters. And then my issue is Ahsoka should be dead by time episode 4. You know what I mean?
I think it's
But
nice that
they're like, no, she's alive.
they
She
hide
was
her.
alive the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Oh, she's alive the whole time.
I hear what they did with her in The Mandalorian was good, where they
I'm
make
sure,
her a
I'm
key
sure
factor.
it is, but
Yeah.
I feel like Anakin's story, he should have killed Ahsoka.
True. But if you look at how they portrayed Anakin, it's even up until he dies, it's like he still struggles with committing to the dark side. So knowing that she's still alive could be like he isn't committing because he knows he didn't do it. So he's like holding back still.
Because I know, like,
because it's like they're just
know,
retconning stuff.
Yeah, they're just retconning things over and over. Because I know what George Lucas, he said, like, every single Jedi is dead by the time Episode 4 starts.
Yeah.
That was a rule of the universe. And then they're technically not breaking it, but they're bending the rules where they're like, well, Ahsoka's alive, but she's not technically a Jedi anymore. And I'm like, shut the fuck. To me, that's like bullshit. I'm like, shut up. That's something that's something a comic book would do, where you're like, ugh. But since it's Star Wars, everybody's like, yeah, it's great.
Well, Ahsoka's a great character. Like,
I know she is.
There hasn't really been a situation she's been in where she's like not quite like the bad guy, obviously, legitimately, but more like story-wise, she's never been like the bad guy. You've never hated Ahsoka. Like, they made her such a great character for that reason. And bringing her back, I think it was just more like fan service.
Yeah,
which
I
think is
think
okay.
They're doing a lot of fan service. It's just too much.
I think it's okay if they leave it to just fan service. Like, if they just start changing whole storylines. That's what I think they're gonna keep Ahsoka
I think they're gonna do
alive.
that. I think they're gonna get to that point where they're just changing, retconning everything.
I think they're gonna take baby steps, and the first like big step, if they take it, would be bringing Mace Windu back. Because he's legitimately a Jedi. Like, he's never stopped being a Jedi, and they're gonna have to explain why he's not. So it's just gonna break fundamentally who he is as a character. It makes no sense to do.
That's what I think they're going together. Technically, like, I had this this conversation with Skylar, who's like super into Star Wars, and he was like, I said, I'm worried they're gonna get to that point, and he's like, I don't think they will, and I was like, it's Disney. It's
money. Disney. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I guess it's true. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, so are there any TV shows you're thinking you're gonna try and want to watch?
I'm probably gonna watch Moon Knight right after this. I gotta call Jess to see if it's okay, but I'm probably gonna watch Moon Knight. I told myself I wouldn't do it, and every time I tell myself don't do it because people like it, I end up falling in love with it as soon as I do it. I think I might start watching JoJo's. I don't want to like it. I really don't. But I also didn't want to like Skyrim, and I think there's only like 2 games.
You didn't want to like Skyrim.
I bashed Skyrim for years.
Then you're like, this is the greatest game ever made.
I watched Nathan play it for like an hour in his garage, and I was like, I thought this was going to be so much worse. This is great. And he's like, oh, that's not even the best part. Watch, there's a dragon. And I was like, what? Sorry, spoilers for Skyrim. There's dragons. Honestly, it was like 3 years after the game came out. I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch someone play it, and it's one of my favorite games. So I really don't want that to turn out to be like JoJo's. Like, I don't want to enjoy it.
Okay, so I want to finish, not finish, but keep watching Star Wars. That's gonna be my TV show plan for next month, to probably finish Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I might be almost done with season 4, so I got like 3 seasons left, but season 7 is like 8 episodes or some shit like that. So
yeah.
Okay, so what video games you played this month?
Well, Pokemon came out. I threw myself at that for like 3 weeks, and now I'm back on my DS. Of the month? Yeah. I just jumped back on my DS just because I wanted to mix some stuff up. I heard some news about like Pokemon Bank and stuff, so I wanted to jump in there and prep everything for that. On a whim, because I was bored and had some spare money, I bought Lego Jurassic Park and Lego Incredibles for like $6.
Nice.
And Unraveled 2 is, I mean, it's genuinely like meant for children. That game is so fun. It's so whimsical. It's amazing. Honestly, I think if you haven't played it, get the second one and play with Skyla. You'll love it.
Yeah. So I finished Division 2. There's no trophy for doing all the side missions, which kind of
Yeah, you were telling me about that. It's
That's
stupid.
kind of fucking stupid. Like, what's the point? I did them all anyways, just because I felt like I had to. But then there was no trophy for getting all the collectibles, and I was like, oh, I guess I won't do that either. And then once I beat it, then like it locked everything again and said you have to beat all the dungeons. They're basically dungeons, and beat all the dungeons again because one of the DLCs came out and oh, he's gone.
Don't worry, I'm still here.
One
There
of the
we go.
DLCs came out, or it came with one of the DLCs or whatever, and that like
Yeah.
locked everything, and I had to open it again, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And then I beat it, which I beat the story, which was not nearly as engaging as the first one. It was all right.
I think a game you should check out if you have time. If you haven't played it, you should definitely play Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, maybe I just got other games I want to play first.
No, I get it. I knew you were talking about 3 a while ago,
Yeah,
and you said
I
you
played that. It was
you
good.
beat the
I liked
DLC, right?
Yeah.
I heard the DLC was actually like a nice touch.
it was good. Yeah,
It kind of just made everything else pointless. Not like story wise, but like power
well, it was like an alternate universe. I
Yeah,
mean, it wasn't like
yeah.
actually.
Well, I mean, I figured what
Or
happened.
actually, it was a dream sequence, I guess.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know.
Whatever. The game. How long ago
Hey,
did it come out?
we don't know when somebody's gonna watch this. Not that that matters, to be honest.
What's the plot of the D? I'm not even spoiling the game, just the DLC.
Yeah, but the DLC is important.
I liked how Assassin's Creed 3 ended. I really liked how it ended.
I did
maybe
too.
maybe not the Desmond stuff, but the
Yeah, that's what I
Connor
was gonna
stuff.
say.
I really liked how the Connor stuff
Yeah.
ended. I really did. I thought it was
I think
very nice.
since it got such a bad rap, they haven't touched any of that stuff in the newer games. Like
Yeah,
they've gone back and talked.
They've
about
only gone
other
back
characters.
farther. They haven't gone any more forward.
No, not in that sense. It's more like every other game they talk about the characters. You know, like even in the newer ones, they bring up the other characters. Connor's the
Yeah.
only one nobody wants to touch.
Yeah, it's 'cause
They want to
people
just
hate
leave it alone completely.
game.
They're like, nope, don't want to touch it.
They could do like a Desmond's grandfather. They could do like a World War II.
Well, his father's still
Assassin.
alive, so they could do something with him. I think
I
he's
was still
alive.
thinking going back
I
in
don't know.
time. I
They're in
think
a
the
different
past-
story.
Yeah, I know, but they could go back to that. I'm just saying they could and do like a Desmond's grandfather in World War II or whatever. Being an assassin, they could.
I think it'd be fun. Honestly, I think it would see. I think it would be better like accepted if they did something like the Kingsman. I mean, obviously that story's pretty much already out there, but if they did something similar to that, because it already kind of has that whole like secret organization feel to it, and they're fighting another secret organization, but that era works perfectly because you have a lot of key people. So if you do like World War One, everything's still a little slowed down, but progressed enough.
That's what I was thinking. Like they could do like if they did like a Civil War one, it'd be like basically redoing the Assassin's Creed 3 to a 3. Like that's like so close. Like
I mean, time has passed, but
trying to think of
not a
something
lot
in
has
the
happened.
I'm trying to think of something in the 1800s, but that's only big conflict I can think. I mean, there's probably some conflict across the world that they could use. I'm just thinking about.
I mean, they could use pretty much anything, but I was thinking to like specifically World War One because you have so many different environments you can play in, and you have so many different connections.
No, I agree. I agree with it. I think they will at some point.
I hope they do. It seems like a great spot. You know, it's a nice way to just mix things up.
Okay, and also I've just been playing a shitload of Apex. I love Apex.
Of course.
It's so good.
Of course. Have they added a new character yet? I hear Octane's dad's in it.
2 months or last month, a month ago. Mad Maggie. She has a attack that now you shoot it and it sticks to a wall and then it fires through the wall.
Oh yeah,
and damages
like
people on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty great. Like you can't. It helps with the hiding because people are hiding people didn't like that, so they would. Now you kind of stop them.
It punches shields, right? Like Gibraltar's dome. Can't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard for like the
I
trailers.
think so.
I'm pretty sure like that's what they demoed the function for with the trailers.
Yeah. And that's pretty great. I'm trying to get 10. I have 5 wins on every character. Now I want to get 10 wins on every character.
Man, I remember when we were talking about getting 1 win with every character.
Which I'm
I want to play
pretty
20 hours with each character.
I'm pretty close to doing that or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that maybe once I do that, I probably won't be like done with Apex, but I just feel like I accomplished it. That's like Siege when I played Siege a shitload. I want to get 2 hours with every character, 2 hours of gameplay with every character.
Yeah.
Which I finally did, and then I kind of set the game down. I haven't picked it up since then.
Well, they've added stuff to it, so you got to get back to it.
So I think with Apex, if I do that, like 10 wins every character, and then I can feel all right setting it down. Not saying I will set it down, like I said, but
yeah, you'll probably come back to it, but not like committed as your number one.
Yeah.
I think the game I want to try to get back into this month is Ark.
It just came out on PS Plus.
I know, right? That, and they just put it on Switch, so I'm thinking about buying it again.
I just couldn't get into Ark. I couldn't do it.
It's great, but it's something you have to have people to play with, and unless you can play a game like that solo, like I can just shut my brain off and just autopilot. It's so boring. Like same with Minecraft.
I can't do like the animal. Like you get all the animals, and then what? And then they just all die.
They don't.
You have
if
to
you're
go
good, they
so
don't.
far inland to get the freaking metal, and then you got to come back to your spot.
You don't. Just make a base there.
I get destroyed. I got killed immediately.
Hey, bud, get good.
Get good.
So
I told you, I mentioned it was like over 2 months ago. I bought this random game for like $10 from GameStop. And it was like a first-person shooter in the Warhammer universe. It said gameplay was 6 hours, and I was like, I'll play that. And now I can't find it. So I really want to play that. Can't find it.
Man,
but I did just find some GameStop gift cards that I think haven't been used.
Oh, nice.
So Dibs? I think I'm gonna go get Dibs.
Dibs.
I think I'm gonna
go get a game.
I want to play I know I definitely want to play Spider-Man.
I do too. I hear they're coming out with another one.
Yeah, and I kind of want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, but I kind of don't.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll see.
I need to decide whether I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, and then if I do, then I want to play that before Spider-Man because that came out first, I think. But if I don't, so I'm trying to figure that out. But if I decide I'm not going to play Horizon Zero Dawn, then I'm going to get Spider-Man.
Well, I have Horizon. I got to double check to make sure. Yeah, my brother got it when he got his PlayStation. It was his bundle. So I'm going to double check to make sure that I have the disc, and you just use that if you want.
Okay. If you have the disc, then I'll play it.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
If you have the disc, then I'll play it. If you don't have the disc, then I won't buy it. That's what I'm
going to decide. It's pretty much just like...
Yeah, but then I hear like the second one, people are like disappointed because it was like didn't add new stuff. So then
it was basically like a remaster from what everybody says.
But then I was thinking like, well, I guess I'll decide that because I played Watch Dogs, and then I was like, I don't need to play the sequel. I'm like satisfied with this. And then I also played Shadows of Middle Earth, and I was like, I'm satisfied with this. I don't need to play the next one. Like I feel satisfied.
Yeah, because those games definitely
those two games
improve.
I thought I was going to play the sequel. I planned on doing it, but then I felt satisfied. I'm like, I don't need to play the sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I'll play Horizon and then maybe
Well, honestly, I was thinking about getting Watch Dogs 2 just because it looked better. And I hear they fixed a lot of the garbage in the first one. From the first one.
I didn't really see any garbage, but I also played it years after it came out.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying it's not intuitive, that you're supposed to not quite grind, but like there's important things you're supposed to get to help the game progress easier for you. So I haven't played it, so I don't know exactly what it is, but they make that more intuitive in the second game, and they make it easier to obtain that stuff, whatever it is. But I knew the Shadows games. They definitely shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, when they like try to fuck everybody, make them buy shit.
Up until that point, the game is phenomenal. Like I played to that point, and I was like, I get it. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm gonna feel so like I'm gonna want to do that But I'm not spending no fucking money.
It's easy. You don't have to now.
Now you don't.
They've
Okay.
backtracked. Yeah,
I don't.
they
Yeah, but
backpedaled.
also there's so many like other games. You know, I want to play. Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
do want to play Assassin's Creed 4.
Mhm.
So I might
Plus,
do
it
that.
has DLC and
So
all
if
that.
you have the
and it's
disc,
like,
then I'll
oh.
play Horizon Zero Dawn. That'll be my next game that I start to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll double check to see if I got it.
Real quick, how's Pokemon?
Which one?
The
Or
new
just
that
in
you were
general?
playing. You said you were playing Pokemon.
Well, I'm back on the DS playing Pokemon too. I like what they did to mix things up. It's a nice change of pace how they flipped the game basically on its head. Where it originally was like catch Pokemon to fight bad guys or trainers. Now it's fight trainers so you can unlock areas to catch more Pokemon. Like there's maybe max 9 Pokemon battles you have to do in that game. Maybe like 12, honestly.
That's weird.
Yeah. There's almost no trainers and there's very few battles. But basically the world's your oyster as soon as you like unlock the first checkpoint. You can basically do whatever. It's great.
Okay. All right. So
And
the
I like-
next.
Yeah, go
Yep.
no, go ahead.
No, you
go ahead.
finish. You finish.
I was gonna say I like how they changed since it's not like an industrial area. It's Pokemon in the wild, so you actually get to see them just like walking around and doing shit.
Yeah, I think I heard about that or saw some videos.
It feels more natural
That's good. That's good.
before
Instead
you
of
hit
just
him in the back of the head with a
randomly
rock.
running in the grass and randomly finding random Pokemon randomly.
Yeah.
Randomwhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so those should be most of the biggest, the longest things. These next few I feel like should be quicker than next segments.
Okay.
It should be way quicker, I feel like. You watching anything new on YouTube?
Like that's come out recently or just
Yeah,
stuff
like
that's
and
not
like what
new
have you
to-
been watching on YouTube lately?
Stuff on Arc. That's why I want to play it again. No, so the thing is like my YouTube algorithm gets messed up because I just put something on and fall asleep, and whatever pops up,
I know.
so it ruins my algorithm.
I heard a lot of Game Grumps through the wall.
Yeah.
Very, very faintly, like not
Okay,
like
that's
player.
thank God.
Like if I focused, I could hear Game Grumps through the wall.
Game Grumps so good. I still fall asleep to them. But honestly, it's like I'll fall asleep watching, I don't know, like Neebs Gaming playing a game, and then it'll jump to like their 4.5 hour long, ARP supercut. And then it's like, oh, this guy played 100 days in ARC, so we're gonna watch that 6-hour video.
Yeah.
And it's 5 hours in when I wake up. So
I've watched
it basically
some
screws
videos where
it up.
people do that stuff in Minecraft.
It seems like a fun challenge. I kind of want to like not quite do the whole thing. I want to see how far I can go before I just die and then give up. But pretty much that, honestly.
All right. So I've been watching Dude Perfect. It makes some actually really good videos, dude. I've been watching Dude Perfect.
I got so bored of Dude Perfect. I get it. It's great. It's really great.
Well, they do like this, like they call it overtime. They're sitting at like a desk or whatever, and they have different segments where they spin a wheel and it's a punishment for whoever spins the wheel, and then there's like they call it Get Crafty. They have to build something, and whoever builds the best thing wins. They did like a gingerbread Get Crafty segment where it was like maybe 5 to 8 minutes, something like that. And they built gingerbread houses, and then they had them judged, and then they're doing like stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you can only throw a basketball off of the stadium
and they made like
so
30.
many times.
Like it was really less of those, and they made like 30 of those. And I watched like kind of I think all of them. And then also last week, actually, they were doing the first part to get into the playoffs for Apex Legends Pro League. So I watched that all last week. I was watching that every single day for like 5 days straight.
Nice.
And that was fascinating. And I was like, I'll never be anywhere near this good. It was great.
No. That's something you got to commit some major time to.
And then really just my main thing is my main thing I watch on YouTube now is board game videos about board games. There's one channel called the Dice Tower. I'm gonna put out like 5 to 10 videos a day about board games.
Yeah.
And I don't watch every one of them, obviously. I don't have that much free time. But
I
I
don't
watch
know
a lot
if
of those.
I don't know if you ever watched it with me or if I ever showed you episodes or if you just found it on your own. Quill Wheaton had a tabletop show.
Yeah, I know.
Where he would play board games. I was addicted to that for so long. There's something about board games. Just watch people play board games. It's so fun.
Yeah, I don't really watch him play board games. I watch him talk about board games.
Nah, watch them play them.
All right.
Especially things like
I
Catan.
can't think of anything like I would want to try to watch on YouTube.
Oh,
Oh, actually,
you might want to just look it up if you want to watch it. It's fine. There's this guy. I think it's called Chubby Emu. Is his channel? I'd have to double check.
nice.
I periodically see his videos where it's like this guy drank 8 scoops of pre-workout, and this is what happened to his brain. And then he goes through from like start to finish, like everything medically wrong with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
There was one he ate like 100 vitamin C zinc gummies in a day.
100?
This is 100, like a whole container.
That's too many.
Yeah, of course. No shit. But it's like this is what happened to his body and his brain. And the way he breaks it down, like honestly, it's like the old style of like almost like America's Most Wanted, where it's like super dramatized.
Love me America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, it's great though. Like how he just breaks down. It's like, ooh, I'm interested. What do these zinc gummies do to this guy's liver? And it's something super simple, but the way he talks is phenomenal. It ropes you in.
All right. Actually, last couple days, like last night and the night before that, I was watching some fucking Nazi zombies videos, dude. Taking me back to the day.
So
okay,
good.
I wrote this down because I want to try and watch some more of this. But
Mhm.
you ever watch any Twitch ever?
Yeah, actually,
I want to try to watch more because I never watch anything on Twitch ever.
I usually watch something. I can't focus on Twitch. Like I can't sit there and watch it like I watch YouTube. But I'll put it on in the background and listen. And if something funny happens,
I've done that.
Yeah.
The problem is
But
now I got a bunch of long form board game videos I can listen to.
Yeah.
I'll do that. So maybe if I didn't have those, maybe if I tried to pull back on those a little bit, then maybe I can try and watch some Twitch. But are you watching anything specific on Twitch? I haven't watched any Twitch in like 3-4 months.
Not exactly. Like I'll periodically just jump in and whatever game I want to play while I'm at work, I'll just jump in there and get my brain ready for it when I get home. So there's been a handful of like Ark, there's been a handful of Minecraft or a handful of Pokemon, whatever, pops up. Usually I'll just go on TikTok, and if I'm scrolling through there and I find somebody that has a Twitch channel, I'll just follow them to see what they play.
Okay. Sometimes I go and I try to watch. I click on Apex Legends and try and scroll all the way down to somebody who has like 50 or less viewers and watch them.
Yeah.
But the problem is, every person I've ever found that I try to watch, I hate them.
It's like how bad they play, or
no, just their personality.
Oh,
every single one I've like ever clicked on. I'm like, this guy's a douchebag, and I'm like, this guy's clearly a huge asshole. Like this guy's an asshole. Like clearly.
Well, if you want to mix two of them together, I would say probably just put on Twitch, find somebody who has like 20 or less, and see if you can join their game.
Maybe
that could always be fun.
Okay. You listening to any interesting music lately?
I have a Mystery Skulls concert coming up this month on the 24th. So I've just been.
Is that a band?
Yeah, we've listened to Mystery Skulls together. Yeah, I got a concert coming up, so I've just been like listening to them nonstop on repeat because I hate to be the guy that shows up to a concert and doesn't know the songs.
I've done that.
I know. I have too, and it's obnoxious. She's like, yeah, this is a good song. I don't know the words. I went to a Kiss concert and I know 2 songs.
So it's like, Kiss concert?
This is great. There's old people singing with makeup on. That guy's definitely doing coke. Like,
okay.
It makes it better.
I haven't re-listened to any music, just my country playlist and shit.
Fucking country.
Okay. You gotta would you read any books? I haven't read nothing.
Yo, I am right here. I got you. I was prepared for this, bitch.
I maybe skimmed through a couple of my
Frankenstein.
Collection. I maybe
Frankenstein.
I maybe skimmed through a couple of my collection of comic books that I've reread 100 times each book.
Yeah.
I have some books that I bought like a year ago, that I really want to read, and I just haven't read. I don't know why. Okay, now I'm done. That's all my books. I want to try and read some sort of book.
You read Frankenstein?
Try and start it. No, go. Tell me about Frankenstein.
Honestly, I'm terrible at reading because I'm fucking dumb. I'm a caveman. That's why I like playing Ark.
Fair.
It's so old. It starts off with letters from the author explaining like,
No, really?
yeah,
That's
seriously.
old.
Let me show
That's
you.
old.
Yeah.
That's old.
Like the first few pages is just like why she's the mother of monsters. You know, the first science fiction book ever really written. And it just starts with a bunch of letters. But once you get into the book, it's letters from one of the characters talking to his sister about finding a guy while he's exploring the Arctic. And he basically is like he's too smart for everyone on his ship, so he doesn't feel like he has friends. Finally finds somebody in the middle of nowhere, and this guy's pretty intelligent, so he can have, you know, halfway decent conversation with him. And he's like, yeah, us smart people, we know what's up. And the guy kind of flips on him. He's like, no, 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 ignorance is bliss. Let me tell you my story. And then it gets into the book. I'm like, okay, without
Weird.
reading that,
That's
I could
weird as fuck.
probably get the idea, but it does add to the book. So
Okay.
I didn't realize that's why it's there. I got to the end of the letters and I was like, son of a bitch. I could have just skimmed this. But yeah,
You said it was rough. That's what you said.
it's rough because I got to that point. I'm like, you didn't have to read these letters. Like,
How long? How long?
it's like the first 30 pages.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm on page 26 right here. Letter from August 19. It just says 19 and then 17. So it doesn't, I think it's just the 19th and the 17th. Chapter 1 starts at page 30.
What the what? If you came out
Yeah.
now, if you try to do that nowadays,
I got Hitchhiker's Guide. You want to read that? Here, let me reach over my stack of
are you done?
books.
Have you not finished it yet?
Hitchhiker's Guide? No. I have
No, the
Frankenstein? No. No. I got Catcher in the Rye. I got Tales from 1001 Nights. That one's always fun. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. This is my pooping book.
I did that. I read a book about it was King Tut by somebody. Some
I
famous.
read all of
Read
the Hunger Games books.
Well, pooping.
Pooping. Yep. Because it gave me something to do.
How long did
and I
that
didn't
take?
take
Like
my
a
phone
couple
in there.
days?
Dude, I
You
read
shit so
super
much,
slow.
so
Yeah, but that's that. Honestly, you want to know what's funny? That's why I do.
okay. Okay, moving on from books. We're almost done.
Moving on from pooping.
Okay, so I think the very end we could talk about did you
Poop. Yes.
did
I?
did you play
I?
Edith Finch?
I haven't.
You
I haven't
forgot?
been able to. It's not that I forgot. My brother's playing Far Cry 6, and I don't have my hard drives, so I'm waiting till he loses interest.
That'll be next month. We'll do
Yeah. So I'm
Indie
gonna
Game
play.
Club. Let's call it Indie Game Club.
There we go. I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna delete some stuff and then put on Ark and Edith Finch. Obviously Edith Finch first, but you know,
Well, you
I
don't
can
have to.
put Ark on my Switch.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
could
don't
put
have
it.
to do
Yeah, I
for
could
it.
put
Yeah,
it on my
you
Switch.
got a whole month to play it.
Yeah. But if I
Alright.
don't set like a timeline for myself, I won't
Well,
play
I
it.
played it again, so I probably
Okay,
don't
perfect.
need to play it again. But
No. Third time's the charm.
okay, so now that that's done, Indie Game Club that you didn't do.
Hey, fight me.
So the very end to just wrap this up. Anything miscellaneous that we did not mention?
Anything miscellaneous we did not mention?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
I'm thinking. Got a new mower at work. Not that it pertains to
Having
anything.
fun?
No, it sucks. It's
Really?
great, but it's annoying. The handles, they have like a hydraulic release on them, so if you
Ugh.
push, they're like stiff to push, but when you let go, they like slowly back in. So it's like you gotta like it's got resistance for some reason. I don't know why. It's
Okay.
dumb. I think it's so you don't lean on it and just immediately floor it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But no, honestly, I can't think of anything. I got super depressed, so Jess wrote me a bunch of notes, like she used to
Like
when
love
she was
notes?
making my lunch. No, they're more like just be happy notes. She put stickers on them.
That's cute.
And I know, right? She's fucking adorable.
Today Skylar told me that she lost her wedding ring.
Oh, that's nice. Did you find it?
And well, what's the day, Nick?
I didn't know if she found it today.
No, but what's the date?
Oh.
There you go. It's April 1st when we're recording this, guy. This will probably come out I'm thinking tomorrow. I'm gonna try and put it out tomorrow.
I didn't know how much you wanted to trim, so I figured it might
I
take a
probably
day or
won't
two.
trim really anything.
Well, I figured some of the dead space, or
Maybe.
you know,
It's just
some of
the problem is this is so
meat eating
long
pizza.
to like edit. Like I'm not gonna go through it. It'll take too long. But I'm trying to edit these old videos that we filmed over a year ago.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go through them, put them out.
Do it for practice. Why not?
Yeah. It took me a little bit, like
Mhm.
a little bit of practice, and then now I'm like right back in it. Now I'm doing it super quick, like I was.
There you go.
I'm also doing very minimal editing just because I don't like.
Yeah.
I was trying to put too much effort before, and it's like the return that I'm getting isn't
Mhm.
enough for the amount of effort I was
Yeah.
putting in. So that's why I also think I got. I also think I got burnt out. That was almost bad. I think I also got burnt out because I was putting in too much effort. I need to put in less effort because the return I'm getting, like if I was getting like hundreds of views, then I could justify like doing that, right? But I'm not.
Mhm. No, I mean, if it's enough for you to be considered like an editor, like if you were doing work that you would be getting paid for, it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing it for fun, and then also like
Yeah.
I've said multiple times to you, that I'm really just doing it. My main focus is just to be for myself
Yeah.
and
Kind of like a
my
scrapbook.
friends. Yeah, like a scrapbook, like for myself. But I still want to make it a video as if it's like a real, like I'm really trying to become
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? So I still want to put out good content. Like there's some videos that I've scrapped that I'm like, I'm not going to put that out because it's not good.
Hmm.
I mean, there's one gameplay of something.
Hmm.
It was like a guessing game or whatever. And I was like, I'm not going to put that out. We did one food challenge with like, it was just like some piece of chicken. And it was kind of really lame. We thought it was going to be more food. It was like from Popeyes or something. And I was like, I'm not going to put this out. It's like not a good video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's some videos that I have that I haven't put out because I'm like, that's not good enough to put out. So I still want to kind of keep that mindset that I'm still making an actual video. But the main focus just to be for me and my friends. Like you've gone through, like you said, you just went through the Star Fox stuff not that long ago, I think is what.
Probably the beginning of the month.
Yeah, so
it's
but
been
it's
this
just
month,
like for
yeah.
fun, and I did that. Sometimes I go back and I rewatch them. Like these are funny, dude. Do you know what I totally forgot? I went back watched some videos. We did some Last of Us gameplay.
Yeah, the multiplayer
with Casey.
Yeah.
I was like watching. I was like, who is the fourth person in this? Is us? Me, you, Cam, and I was clicked on it, and I clicked in the middle. I'm like, who is this? And some chick, and I was like, Casey. What?
Fucking
At a wedding
soda popping.
3 years ago. I haven't talked to her since.
Is she invited to the wedding?
Yeah, because she invited us to her wedding.
Yeah.
And so I've sent her a couple texts, you know, and she never responds to any of them. But then I sent her like the thing to fill out for the wedding invitation, and she filled that out like immediately within like 5 minutes, but didn't text a response. I was like, what the fuck?
I think it's more of like a what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a courtesy.
Yeah.
You know, because you came to her wedding, she saw it was
maybe
important.
it'll be like I think it'll be like we'll just invite each other to big events in our life. Oh, my baby shower, you know. Oh, you
I was like, what else?
Like, I don't know, baby shower.
Yeah. Like, what other big events you got planned, buddy? I forgot you wanted crotch goblins.
Yeah. Cool Uncle Nick. You gotta be Nick. So I told Nick, I was like, you gotta be Uncle Nick. You're gonna be Uncle Nicky. I hope you know that. Because you're gonna be Uncle Nick. He's gonna be Uncle Nicky.
I'll fight him for it.
We have a difference.
I'll fight him for it.
And Skylar's always gonna call him Nick. Like she never calls him Nick ever.
Yeah.
And then I was like, at one point, last time I saw him or whatever, I was like, okay, you gotta let me call you Nicky now. And he was like, nope, can't call me Nicky.
I'd do it anyway.
And I was like, I'm marrying your sister.
What's he gonna?
Like, nope.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna say? No. Oh, boo-hoo.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you're insulting him.
Well,
you got any fortune cookie wisdom for us? You want to end it with like something lighthearted or something enlightening,
Nope.
or just a joke?
Nope.
Nothing.
I got nothing. Do you have anything?
Why can't T-Rex clap?
Why?
Because they're extinct. You want to laugh? You want to laugh?
God damn it! I try to fight it.
Yeah.
I can't find a laugh, dude. I can't. That's my weakness.
It's
I can't not
dumb,
laugh.
but it's good. It's something you want to tell everybody you hear.
All right. Well, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Yeah.
And it was kind of nice, like, because usually, you talk to someone and you like just think about random stuff. This is usually what we would probably talk about, anyways.
Mostly, yeah.
This is like written down, like things for us to talk about, and it's nice.
Yeah, next time I'll have stuff written down for you.
It's nice to have like a conversation about, like, specifically we're just talking about this stuff. We're not thinking about talk about anything else.
Yeah.
All right. This
I mean, it makes sense.
This is pretty good. Probably not a single human being will watch this. Skylar might watch it like while she's
I'll watch it.
doing
Why
something.
not?
Yeah, in the future, probably in like a year, maybe less than that. Like, I bet I'll turn this on, put it in my pocket, put headphones on, and vacuum or whatever, or I'll or some shit at my new job or whatever.
I could put in a repeat on the church account.
What?
It'll get like 8 views.
So I think I'll do that. So, and then maybe somebody else will watch it. Maybe somebody.
Who knows?
One of our friends might click on this and like just
Yeah.
put it in their pocket in the background while they do something else. That's kind of how I envision this. Like,
hey, funny enough, I got a push notification that Cam uploaded a video that was like 13 seconds. Sure enough, first person to watch it was me. And I was like, oh, well, he's still alive.
I follow his mom on Facebook. I know he's still alive.
Well, she could be hiding something. She's mischievous.
I bet if Cam like fell off the face of the earth and like his mom didn't answer the phone, I bet Racer would call us up for the first time in years. Can you go to Cam's house?
He accidentally jumped in a chat with me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
I did that.
Oh, sorry,
I accidentally jumped into chat with him, and then I left immediately.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I thought Cam was in here. My bad," and left.
Like,
I was like, "It says one person."
I haven't even talked to him in fucking.
It's like I jumped into a party in case somebody wanted to chat. You just fucking dipped. I feel like that one guy on MySpace who just has the one friend. Man, MySpace, deep cut.
All right. This is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Good talk. All right, I think once a month is good. Like if we do this every week, we might get bored of it.
Oh,
once
God,
a month, we got 30 days.
Maybe once every 2 weeks.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we could get to that point once every 2 weeks. But I was thinking like maybe, but we won't get to that for at least 3 to 4 months, and then in 3 or 4 after 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 episodes, maybe we'll reevaluate. Maybe we could do it every 2 weeks if our schedules are good, or if because I still don't know how this job. My physical isn't in this job till 2 Mondays from. Yeah, so 2 more Mondays. Then I probably won't start from like 2 weeks from then. It's gonna be like 5 months from when I applied to when I'm gonna start. But
on a better note,
$20.67 an hour.
Have you tried these?
I've had them before.
They're phenomenal.
Oh, I gotta go make some macaroni and cheese in the microwave.
Do it.
It's pre-made.
But you're gonna actually like cook. Ah, no, 10%. Well, I guess that's
10%. I guess. All right, that's a good.
That's the world saying it. That I'm getting a headache from this light. Like Jesus Christ.
That was the flashlight just in your eye.
It's literally like right here.
Yeah,
by the
I gotta
camera.
put up a lamp back here. I'm gonna do that.
I was gonna turn that light off, but yeah.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
Good talk. See you next time. This is Shasta Marker Man. Signing off.
Man, I'm hideous.